One random thing that we encountered at the show was Mitsuba ukuleles. Now, I don't know if you got to really look at these, but they are Hawaiian-made laminate ukuleles that retail for under £500. They are made using kind of largely traditional methods, and they were telling me that in their small Hawaiian workshop, the only kind of modern power tool they use is a sander, but the necks are hand carved, and they're a bit rough and ready, but they sounded very good. And the 2 or 3 models I got to try out there, I thought for the price, when you compare them to something like a Pono, you know, they were a good alternative. They were a bit more kind of bright. They were kind of on the brighter side sound wise, but just I thought it was a really good shout as somebody making something, you know, Hawaiian made that feels quite custom but affordable. I'm kind of doing a bit of research for them at the moment, but if you're outside of the UK and you've got an opportunity to try one, give them a try, see what you think, and hopefully we'll be bringing them to the Southern Ukulele store very soon. One thing we just should touch on quickly were the Seilen ukuleles. There were 2 or 3 of them at the show. There was a black ebony soprano that I fell in love with it, but I just thought, you know, sopranos, there's a lot less people out there looking for a high-end soprano than a high-end tenor, and the options I had there were so many nice ukes to choose from. But I am regretting not ordering that for the shop. Whichever shop's ended up with that, and whichever customer ends up with it eventually, I am very, very jealous. That was one, and you liked the other Seilen tenor. That was a...
It was like the purple heart.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it had like a purple heart back and sides, purple heart neck. I believe the rosette around the sound hole was like mosaic. I think I took about 3 hours of footage of just filming that ukulele, because I don't know why. It's not my usual thing, but just blew me away.
It was beautiful, but it was the most expensive ukulele on a stand that had Toda, Sumi, Laprinzi, Takumi.
Yeah, and that was the thing. I just think next to those, it was just the Sumis for me. I just thought they were so gorgeous, and so it was like which do you choose?
Yeah, it was a toss up, but it was the most expensive uke on display at the show, and I thought, you know, I just felt like it was Purple Heart is. Some people love it, some people don't, and it was a big risk, and I wanted to make sure that I brought back the most accessible ukuleles possible. Phil loved it though. We got a lot of footage of that ukulele. I thought Phil gave it a play, so why not add it to the add it to this video.
Shinji Takahashi's the craft.
Is that this brand?
Yes, Seilen.
Seilen.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
He's been
that one we looked already. It's so unique.
He's been building the instrument for 30 years, and he learned after the Mr. Nakanishi, who is the well-respected builder. He used to build for Martin too.
Oh,
and
right.
he passed out a few years ago.
Okay.
So he's the only one carrying that flat.
That tradition.
Yes.
Show us the bevel. That's gorgeous, isn't it, with the purple heart?
It's incredible. Yeah, it's really nice. Really, really nice.
So we also encountered a new brand, one that we'd not seen before, which was Emerald Bay ukuleles, which were US-made ukuleles with fan frets, which is something that Phil talked about in a previous Frequently Asked Questions video. So it was nice to actually pick one up and give it a play. Yeah, hard to play. But
yeah, not as easy as my suggestion
yeah.
in a video, funnily enough.
Yeah, I think that they they are something that you would get used to with time.
Mm.
They sounded good, they looked good, they were built very well. It's something that if there's somebody out there looking for a fan fret ukulele, we've kind of taken a mental note, and I've got, you know, the brochure and all of the details needed for it. But yeah, Emerald Bay Ukuleles, a brand that clearly have been around for a while, creating quite unique instruments, but something that we'd not had the pleasure of trying before, and they're doing great stuff. So highly recommend them.
Check them out.
So Kamaka and KoAloha weren't really doing anything specifically new this year. They were kind of concentrating on refining models that they had launched in previous years and kind of sticking with what they had, which is something that tends to happen kind of once every 2 or 3 years with companies at the NAMM show. But Kamaka did release a new Jake Shimabukuro signature model, which was one of the most decorative, detailed instruments I've ever seen. We were not allowed to pick it up and play it. It's clearly quite a premium ukulele.
It's Jake's.
It's Jake's uke. Is it actually Jake's uke?
No, well,
Where's his uke? Surely he needs his uke to.
Maybe he has one.
I'm sure he has. I'm sure he has one. But yeah, really good ukulele, along with their 100th anniversary special pineapple that they showed that off a couple of years ago, and they bring it back for the show each year. I think perhaps they are available directly from Kamaka by special request. But yeah, that's the only new thing we saw from Kamaka and KoAloha. KoAloha had a red label, which as many of you that kind of follow new stock coming and going from the shop regularly will have seen that we love their red label soprano with the spruce top. But we have already had 2 red labels in recent months, so yeah, so it was something that we were kind of already ahead of the curve on, I think, a little bit.
You saying that, it does just bring to light all 3 kind of big K brands had pineapple ukes in some way or another.
That's so true, yeah. So
the Mango movement.
Yeah, KoAloha and Rebel, which are 2 companies that are linked and not linked, that I believe they kind of help each other out because Rebel make the Opios. Rebel had Pineapple Sunday, spruce, possibly pine ukuleles, and KoAloha were talking about the Pineapple Sunday X, which is a new model, but they didn't have one there at the show. Kamaka had their anniversary pineapple, which they're entitled to because they created it. So good, it's good for them that they're representing the pineapple.
It's the pineapple propaganda. Is what I'm going to call it.
It's not quite as good as Mango Movement, is it? and the Canalea Tenor Platinum is pineapple. But yeah, something about pineapples and mangoes and fruit generally this year. So the final 2 things we should talk about at the show are pickups. 2 brands have released new pickups that interested us. The first one is MiSi, that have reintroduced the MiSi Air, which is a pickup that is an M-pin jack socket with a circuit board and a microphone on it. And they found, as we did too, that didn't really work. It was a bit too sensitive. So now they've introduced the MiSi Air Trio, which is an undersaddle rechargeable piezo, like the MiSis that we know and love and sell every day here at SUS. And the circuit board has the microphone fitted to it too. So with a blend switch and a volume, what you have is the best of both worlds. So you can kind of ramp the microphone up, but that does increase the sensitivity. Equally, you could just go for the piezo if you're in a particularly loud room. I mean, it's a great idea.
The design as well, I think from a fitting perspective, just seeing the pickup itself, I don't think it's going to be much harder to fit. It's just the microphone and managing the sound, but that's where that blend switch is going to come in really handy.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting them. I've kind of made inquiries in the few hours that I've been back at the shop. I don't think that they are in kind of mass production yet, but they should be available in about 2 months' time from when we film this video. If you're watching 2 months down the line, hi, MiSi Air Trios are now available. The other brand, and the final thing we're going to talk about today, is the double pickup that we saw. So I bought one of these back from the show with me. The Double X2 is a pickup with a built-in speaker and effects. So you can put this into your sound hole the sound hole of your tenor ukulele or your baritone uke. It probably won't fit in a concert or a soprano. And it's a rechargeable system that runs to a piezo pickup that will offer you real-time delay, real-time chorus, or real-time reverb. So we're going to fit this pickup in the coming weeks and make a video that focuses just on this once we have more of an idea about installation and kind of what to expect from it. But yeah, another kind of a different kind of ukulele product, something that was not the norm and something that we're really excited to show off when we can. Thank you for watching all of our NAMM videos. If you have any questions, you can get in touch with me or Phil at the shop on 01202 430 820, or you can email me at alex@ukulele.co.uk. We've had some really wonderful feedback from the Kanalea and the Sumi Kobo video and the Ortega, and yeah, a lot of these new products, you know, they're just introduced at NAMM and they now need to be made. Yep. So it's a really exciting time while we wait, and I can't wait for the next few months as we unveil more and more of these things for you guys. But yeah, once again, I'm Alex.
I'm Phil.
Yeah, we look forward to speaking to you again soon.
Thanks, guys.
I'm not that great, but I do what I can. Got a nice full sound though, right?
Yeah, it's got it going on.